I just don't know if the bullpen is having a great month because we played a little softer schedule, and then it really all comes down. This Cubs season comes down to the trade deadline. I think you agree. It's like, are you going for it, or are you happy with winning the division and losing to the Mets, Phillies, or Dodgers because you didn't upgrade your starting rotation and add a bullpen arm? Okay. Well, we'll start with the Cubs. I do want to talk about Tibbs. The Cubs are awesome, and I remember this last year, Sylvie. We had this exact conversation when they were kind of treading water, and we got to a weak part of the schedule. It's like, you got to win these. And it's kind of what we had this discussion with the Bears during Bears season. I'm not going to go around being like, wow, the Cubs just beat, the Rockies, the White Sox, and the Reds. They're so incredible. But those are the teams you got to beat. If you're going to be a good team, you have to win those series, and they're doing that. So it's like that step forward where we saw what the schedule was to start the season. It was tough, and there were some tough moments. But now they're in a spot where it's like this is where you can actually extend a lead in the division, and it feels like they're doing that. My only question is, do we believe that this is the bullpen is not fixed, but it's obviously been way better in May than it was in April? And is it are we good? Is Palencia the closer and Keller's the setup man, and we're good with this? Or is it hey, once we start playing really good teams again, it's not going to look good?
No, it's a good point. I feel fairly comfortable about the bullpen right now, at least for now.
I do too.
Yeah,
I do too. But it does. That is the one thing where, again, I people are like, oh, you just beat the Rockies. Who cares? No, you have to beat those teams. You have to sweep those teams. But I just don't know if the bullpen is having a great month because we played a little softer schedule, and then it really all comes down. This Cubs season comes down to the trade deadline. I think you agree. It's like, are you going for it, or are you happy with winning the division and losing to the Mets, Phillies, or Dodgers because you didn't upgrade your starting rotation and add a bullpen arm?
Don't you have to just buckle your seatbelt up when it comes to bullpens and just
Always.
ride the think about Tanner Scott, who the Cubs went hard after, and the Dodgers just outbid them. He's blown, I think, 5 saves. He's got an ERA nearing 5. Will he figure it out? Maybe so. But that position or that group of pitchers that make up your bullpen are just the most unpredictable crew in all of sports.
Didn't, as great as he was, Clase, after having one of the best seasons, didn't he get hit around by the Yankees a bit in the postseason?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
So, you never know, even the best of the best. You figure them out, yeah.
You don't, but, this is also a product of losing Shōta for a while and Justin Steele for the season, where it's Cade Horton and Ben Brown, those guys could be potentially bullpen guys that you then have to put into the starting rotation. So I want to see what they add. It would be unbelievable if they added a true ace. I don't know how many are out there. But that would be my big thing. And I went Saturday and Sunday. I got to go to, I watched 5 innings by myself on Saturday. Going to a baseball game by yourself is heaven on earth. I had the best time. My whole family ditched me 10 minutes before first pitch. Wow. We were planning on going, and they all were like, no, we want to play outside. I was like, you know what? I'm going to go. I'll be back in 2 hours. And it was a quick game, and it was great.
So what are you doing? Are you making conversation with people in your section? Are you just watching the game, keeping score? What are you doing?
Locked in, just watching every pitch. And
buying 50-50 raffle tickets.
I lost a lot of money this weekend in 50-50 because I then took my family on Sunday, and it was a lot. It was a lot. So it was not good.
I was mad that you didn't text me. I'm sure you did that on purpose.
I didn't know you were there.
Yeah.
I didn't know you were there till after I left. I had the little kids. We only make it about 6 innings. And it's, I have it all planned out. We get the hot dog in the 2nd inning. We get the pretzel in the 4th inning. We go to Gallagher Way in the 6th inning, and then we're gone.
Yeah, you stage it out. My oldest son, Mason, who's 11, totally had a Big Cat moment. So we bought the 50-50 raffle tickets. My wife bought it. I think she got $50 worth. So that's small potatoes for you. I understand. But still, Mason looked at it, and he goes, why is there one number here? He goes,
yeah.
We bought 50. He couldn't wrap his brain around that he thought we got cheated out of 49 numbers.
I agree.
It's crazy they're doing this now. I hate it. I also got tipped off. I got a friend who somehow has won it 3 times in the last 4 months.
What?
Dating back to last year. Yeah, it's crazy.
Is there?
So he told me something that I didn't know.
What is it?
If you buy online, so I have a rule. I'm never going to buy online for a game I'm not going to. But if I'm going to the game, I will buy some online because, they don't come around enough, and I want to really spread out my numbers. If you buy online 2 hours before the 2 hours preceding first pitch, you get double the entries.
Oh, that's a cheat code.
Yeah. So I started doing that.
It sounds like a
scam?
Yeah. I mean, I get it. I mean, a portion of it is going to worthy causes, but what do you mean you give $50 and you only get one number?
And they say there are 50. Now you do.
Entries of it.
You have 50 entries, but they're only giving you all your entries are filed under that number.
All right, so you're just supposed to take their word for it.
Yeah. This is the NBA
It's
lottery.
heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. I had 5 numbers Saturday, 5 numbers Sunday. I lost $2,000, and the number got put up on the board, and I didn't even have the first number. It was over, just like that.
Right. There's no drama even checking your number. It's just over. Oh,
I don't know how you win 3 times, though. I don't. That sounds like that also
crazy.
sounds a little freaky.
I'm going to start buying online 2 hours before the game. It sounds like that's the way. All right, so what about Tibbs?
It just feels like it's the same story over and over again, right? Like he runs his course. I feel bad for him because I think he's a fantastic head coach. I don't know. I would imagine it didn't get as ugly as it did with the Bulls in the end. I was thinking about this. Am I just losing my mind or getting old or not remembering things? But wasn't there a story that Tibbs' office was bugged at the end of his tenure with the Bulls?
I don't remember the bugging of the office. Was that reported by somebody, guys?
I like maybe it wasn't bugged. Maybe it was there was a front office mole in his staff or something. It was like something bad. I might have made this all up. So I just remember the feeling of when I was at the game. Was it 2016? I went to all the home games against the Cavs. Or 2015, was that the end for him? And it just felt like, all right, like we've done it. We've done it all. There's nothing really more that can be done. He's pushed them to the limit, and it's time to move on. And it feels like that happened with the Knicks here.
I have a headline for you. This is from May 5th of 2015. A man named Jason Pat, I believe, wrote the article for SB Nation. Bulls reportedly so dysfunctional that assistant coach thought his office was being bugged.
There we go. So I kind of remembered it, right?
Yeah. You totally remembered it correctly. Look, I've told many stories about that era of Bulls basketball. Like, it blew my mind in real time while it was happening because you know me, I loved the Bulls. I got close with people in the front office, and I'd be on the air, Big Cat, and I don't know if you ever heard this story. I'd be on the air, and I'd be giving Tibbs credit for all the different guards who were playing for Derrick Rose, who were good. Like
DJ Augustine,
right. One year was Nate Robinson. The next year they bring in DJ Augustine. The next year it's who's the other guy? John Lucas III. And they all keep winning, making Joakim Noah the point center where they're running the offense through him. And I would get a text message from someone in the front office listening to the show saying, give our players credit. Because he thought I was going over the top with crediting Tom Thibodeau. And I'm like, what's going on here? You're winning. The coach is doing well. He's getting Coach of the Year consideration. And you, who have hired him, you're telling me that we're giving him too much credit. And it blew my mind, and it just painted a picture of what was really going on behind the scenes.
Yeah, and so I don't know if it was that ugly in New York, but it does feel like he's one of those guys that kind of burns people out. And I don't know. I mean, you tell me if it's right. It feels like no matter what he did this playoffs, they would have fired him. Because how can you say that you had the best year in the franchise's history in 25 years, and then you fire the coach? So that felt like a predetermined situation where they almost expected him to lose to the Celtics. Then they didn't. So it feels weird, but they were going to fire him regardless.
I've done some more digging.
Oh, really? You've gone down the rabbit hole.
I've gone down the rabbit hole. Joakim Noah opens up about Tom Thibodeau's office being bugged. Remember when wait a second, though. Remember when that bizarre story about Tom Thibodeau's office possibly being bugged by the Bulls management came out? Well, today, this is from February 17th of 2020. Well, today, Joakim Noah set the record straight, kind of in an interview on the very popular podcast, Pardon My Take.
Oh.
Big Cat started the interview off hot by asking this question. Okay, for how long was Tom Thibodeau's office bugged? Noah chuckled but gave an intriguing answer. So I said, oh, blank, you went right away. You're not blanking around. Look, blank got real. Tibbs is the best, man. Tibbs is a warrior. If there was a bug, whatever, it's not what it's about. That was his response.
Unbelievable.
To you.
So you're asking us and you asked him.
Yes.
Unfortunately, that's not the first time that's happened, where I will like try to remember a story, look it up, and then it will be like a clip of me asking someone about it, and I'm like, well, how did I not remember that?
It's amazing.
So.
And I quoted Noah from your show, too, from a few weeks back, where he just said he loves Tibbs, but Tibbs wouldn't get them off their feet, and he thought he was nuts. And so I think Noah sums it up perfectly on Tom Thibodeau.
Yeah, he told us a story about Dunleavy, like, sitting in his car before practice, just, like, trying to pump himself up, being like, you can do this, you can do this.
It's crazy.
Like a guy working like an accounting job during tax season, being like, I don't know if I have it in me. I'm going to get in there, try to give my best.
Do I have to be cheering for either OKC or Indiana? I mean, forgive me. Do you have a gigantic wager on either side?
No, I'm my allegiances on this series are strictly with Alex Caruso. So I'm rooting for Caruso. The Pacers have been fun to watch. I also am like, it's like a combination of watching great basketball that the Pacers play and also being jealous that they have a competent front office, because that's not like a team that had a bunch of like number one overall picks. They made a really smart trade with Sabonis for Halliburton. They hired a really good coach, and they built around that really good player in Halliburton, and they have patience. So I'm a little jealous of the Pacers, but yeah, I'm rooting for Caruso. I love Caruso. I loved, the years, even though he didn't play for great Bulls teams, he always gave his hardest, and he's one of those guys that deserves another ring.
I got to ask you on a ruling, a general ruling on the way people are wording what year they are in school these days. We had this conversation before the show. We have two new interns, and I didn't understand this term when they always describe our interns, and you would think that these people have had more life experiences than us, the way they dial these profiles. It's incredible, like where they've traveled to, what they've accomplished. This guy breeds horses and things like that. It's amazing. But it was described to me in the profile. Then I met one of the people, and she told me that she is a rising senior. Do you know what that means? And
yeah.
Okay, you do. So you've heard this term. What does it mean?
Yeah, that's just finished junior year.
Why can't you just say I'm going to be a senior? Where did this rising
more
senior?
Words. That's more words. That's more words. Oh, this generation is all about getting the words down, the word count down to is like they speak in Morse code.
I'm a hopeful senior, is what I am. I'm hopeful. Yeah. I'm hopeful that I'm going to be a senior and get through senior
I thought this person skipped a grade. When they said she's a rising senior, I thought she went from sophomore year to senior year, and she rose above the junior year.
No. She's going into senior year. Yeah. Speaking of interns, Waddle, your daughter starts next Monday. How many ice cream cones can I put her down for?
10.
A day?
Sure, why not? No, I don't know.
I had 5 today.
Did
you?
I
had 5.
What flavor?
Yeah. Swirl. The machine's up and running. It started running today.
Nice.
We're ready to go. It's the old machine from Small Cheval. It's awesome. My life is never going to do it.
How often do you have to clean it?
Once a week. I got a whole cream team that they're set up. I hired. I got 2 guys that are.
Can you promise me one thing?
Not one thing. Cream team around her.
No, just like under no circumstances. Like she's a hard worker. She's a great kid, but when somebody asks me, I can't actually. Oh, my daughter's part of the cream team. Like I just can't. I can't do that.
Hey, listen. Listen, if your only request is she doesn't get put on the cream team, request accepted. That's fine.
No,
problem.
if she's on the cream team, just she doesn't have to wear a shirt
No,
that says,
no,
I'm part of the
she will
cream
not
team.
be part of the cream team. She's not part of the cream team. That's officially ruling right now.
Your daughter
she will not be asked to be part of the cream team.
Would your daughter? I mean, let's fast forward several years. I mean, how would you feel if your daughter came home and said, "Hey, Dad, I'm so happy. I'm part of the cream team."
I would be like, hey, how expensive was the machine? Does it work? Are you keeping it operational? Are you doing your job?
Sure
Are there any special rules that Waddle has given you for his daughter?
No,
Yes,
no.
I haven't
Listen, and this is not the first. Nepotism happens. We have a Hank's, my producer. His cousins working there, so it's no big deal. It's gonna be. I'm excited for her to start her internship. She probably won't see me very often.
Yeah,
but and I'm making the interns wear name tags, so because I can't.
Cream
They all
team.
look exactly alike. So they're all walking around with name tags. They've been here for 2 weeks. They still have name tags on.
my daughter's on different schools, so she gets home a week from, I think, Monday or something like that. So, listen, she's 21. So, like, I'm not calling Big Cat and saying, hey, Big Cat, do that. She's like, look, she wanted this opportunity.
She's a rising 20-year-old.
She's a rising 21-year-old.